What's going on, people? It's Mr. Dog back again with the preview show. I hope everyone's fit and well. And yes, it's the biggest game for a long, long time. Forest on the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup, and this time up against Manchester United. Big game, massive game for Nottingham Forest. And as a Forest fan, I'm so excited for this. And it's been a long time coming as Forest fans. I said that last time was in the semi-final was, I don't know. Give me comments. When's the last time we was in the semi-final of a League Cup, Carabao Cup, whatever it was called that time? But Forest fans, how excited are you that we are playing the semi-final of the Carabao Cup? Before I get my special guest in, I've got Pat from United Gender on in a minute now. So people, make sure you show some love to Pat. Before I give some rules, like I said, if you are new to my channel, please do hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. I'm so close to 11k subscribers. So if you're new, if you're watching this last night, tonight, whatever, please do hit the subscribe button. Comment below, people. What is your score predictions for tomorrow's massive game at the City Ground? Right, before I get Pat in, let's see, what else I'm doing? I said tomorrow I'm at the City Ground. I'll be there for like 5:30, 6 o'clock. Go around to do some video work as well. And after as well, as everyone after the game, I do my after my thoughts as well. There's myself, Des as well. And if any Forest fan wants to do a little video, a minute or 2-minute video on how they feel about the game, please message me on Twitter, Instagram, or anything else. Please do. As well, like I said, there's so much content that is coming out through my channel. Like I said, big game for Man U. We've got Man U at City Ground tomorrow, then Old Trafford next Wednesday. Listen, it's a massive, massive game. Right, like I said, before we get Pat in, I'm going to go through the comments as well. Hadi, how you doing, Hadi? I hope you're well. I see there's my new fan here. United. Come on, United fans, get your comments in. What do you think the score prediction would be? Right, people, please show some love to Pat. Like I said, he's from the Manchester United agenda. Please show some love to Pat. How you doing, Pat?
What's happening, guys? Thanks for having me on, though.
I'm no worry. How you feeling?
I'm nervous. You owe us a bit of payback. You were unfortunate now the last time you played us in Old Trafford. But thanks very much for having me on tonight.
No worries, my friend. Before we do start, like I said, you've got a YouTube channel called the Manchester United Agenda 1355. Tell everyone about the channel.
Yeah, we're going for about 2 years now, and we haven't got as of a generous subscribers as yourself, Dor. Now I know you're nearly hitting that 11k. So for anybody who hasn't subscribed, make sure you hit that and increase it. Yeah, we're doing okay. We're doing okay now. We're hitting 2 years now in February. It's going well. We're nearly at the 3k mark. So, like yourself, it takes time. I believe you were going nearly 6 years now. I heard you saying last week.
6 years now. Like I said, last season, my people who watch my channels, it's gone up. So I know how you feel, Pat. I've been there with how it's been up. So people, please do. If you do a massive, massive favor for me, as you know, I like to promote other YouTube channels. If it could be Man U, anyone, even like that team from down the road, even someone from the Derby County lot. It's good to help him as well. So if you can do a massive favor for me, it's in the title. Please go subscribe to the Man United Agenda 1355. It helps all the YouTube channels, and I like to help her out. Right. Before we do talk about the game, Pat, let's talk about the league game we played against you lot. Like, you beat us 3-0. What was your thoughts about that game?
The rain, for starters. I don't think any of the players could see in front of their noses for more than a couple of minutes during the game. A couple of things went against us. Obviously, he's played us in December when Marcus Rashford was starting to hit the form that we haven't seen in a long time. Obviously, one thing that went against us, you didn't have who looks like a rock at the back in Dean Henderson. Obviously, for the reason that he can't play against us. Sorry. The VAR decision.
Oh, I didn't mention that killed us.
Yeah. Coming in off Yates' head, hitting Body's legs. You know what? Like, you needed that bit of luck, and you just didn't get it that day. And obviously, you had Hennessy spilling the ball for Martial's shot, and Martial's shot, it wasn't the strongest shot in the world, but he spilled it into the net. So I'd be concerned now because, look, this is the stage of the season now where we have to be beating everybody, and you guys are starting to hit a nice bit of form. And the last time, you didn't have Morgan Gibb White playing against us, and he's back this time and he's playing well.
You talk about, like I said, that game, like I said, 3-0. I mentioned the VAR goal. Like I said, if Ryan Yates scored that goal, and again, it was, what's his name? I think it was Willy Bolly. He was offside. He keeps getting offside. Every time Ryan Yates scores, it's always Willy Bolly. He's got to be the man. Every single time. Forest fans will know. Every time Yates scores, Bolly was offside. Do you feel like that I know you was on form before that. Do you think Man U got a good chance of like doing something good in the league? I know you lost to Arsenal and that, but what's your thoughts on Man U?
Well, at the start of the season, I was sitting back with my arms folded, looking at, not judging Erik ten Hag, but looking at the squad. And I was saying, right, we need to give this man time. If we finished 7th or 8th this year, look, and we string a few good performances together, I'd be happy. I wouldn't be annoyed. I wouldn't be like the old brigade of saying, get the manager out. So I just wanted to course through the season, see how it went. But he's after making a lot of Manchester United fans sit up and acknowledge what he's done to players that a lot of people have wrote off. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Luke Shaw. He's brought Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford back to the form that we thought was lost, never to return. And he's brought in some signings. Christian Eriksen, Varane. No, sorry, not Varane. Yeah, Christian Eriksen, Martinez, Malacia, Casemiro. Like, we never realised what it was like to have. It's been that long since we've had players like Paul Scholes and Michael Carrick in our midfield that we'd forgotten what it's like to have such a classy footballer in your team that just controls.
That team you had. I don't want to mention it, like the team that you had, and Pat will be happy when I mention this. Last time you lot played at the City Ground. Can you remember the score?
Yeah. We spoke about this. We spoke about this the last time. I don't want to say it.
People in the comments. I know it's a tough one to say, but Pat just mentioned players like Scholes, Giggs, Beckham, Dwight York, Andy Cole. Them kind of players. What a team! And they came to City Ground and absolutely gave us a battering. Absolutely battering. And as far as fans know, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer scored 4 goals in, was it 15 minutes or whatever it was. This team now, like I said, you got players like Rashford. He's stepping up to the plate now since let's say Ronaldo left. But have you how much have you been impressed with Rashford? Because I watched the Arsenal game, man. I thought the goal he scored was just, for me, was amazing. But as a Man U fan, like, has Rashford turned a point now?
Marcus Rashford. I've always been a solid Marcus Rashford fan. He couldn't do anything wrong in my eyes between the transition of Jose, even from Van Gaal. He came in at Van Gaal, set the world alight. He done his best for Jose, done his best for Ollie. I think he was overplayed by Ollie. There was only so much he could do for Ralph Rangnick in a short period. And then at that stage, man, I just thought it was rock bottom for the lad. You know, you were looking at him, he just didn't look happy. He didn't look like he could stand 6 feet tall. He was dragging his knuckles everywhere he walked. Now all of a sudden, like, he wasn't getting into the England team. Like, he just didn't look like the shadow of the player. I know he had that operation on his back, but then all of a sudden he's came back in, and it's more than just man management that Erik ten Hag is doing with him at the moment. Because I'm sure, as unqualified to do what Erik ten Hag is doing, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer would have been very good at putting his arm around players. But the resurgence of him at the moment, he just, like last year, he was just running into corners, running into players and losing the ball. He literally done that for the whole season. And now this season, he's like the first goal against Nottingham Forest, the 1-0 from a corner. He came across the box, one shot into the back of the net. We hadn't seen that at Marcus Rashford for nearly a year and a half. And that's the
Good
difference.
goal. It was a good goal as
Was
well.
a
Like
very good goal. It was taken very well.
to be very well, as far as fans, like from my point of view, from it, it was a really, really good goal. Like I said, it definitely was a set piece from the training ground. But Forest fans, like I said, Forest fans, what do you think about Marcus Rashford? We know it's a Forest channel, but for me, I've always liked Rashford. Like he's had a criticism from Man United fans in the past, but I like him. But people comments, what do you think about Marcus Rashford? Right, before I'm going to just go through the comments. And this from Axel. I can picture Nuno tomorrow. A great performance from Rez, giving us hope for the next leg. Cheers from Argentina. Hope you're well, Axel. People comment, like I said, if you've got any questions for Pat, got a Manchester United or anything, please do. Big game for us, like for both teams tomorrow. Like I said, you're desperate for trophies. Are you confident tomorrow, Pat? Are you confident? I feel tomorrow.
I was more confident the last time we played, just because, as I told you, Morgan Gibbs-White was not in that team, and the fella's an absolute savage of a player. And the plus side, you've got Chris Woods in there recently, which, if he hits some sort of form for you guys,
no, he won't play tomorrow. He won't play tomorrow.
No, but just signing them in general for
okay.
How he's going to progress your team. That fella gets you 10 to 15 goals a year. That's 15 million well worth it. I think he's a great sign in the face. How do I think tomorrow? He asked me the question, how do I think the game's going to go tomorrow?
I think we got on.
Well, we have to take our chances and we have to get our goals. Manchester United, we can't afford to just win this game 1-0, because we have to win this game or a higher score to be in a position to be able to rest players. Not that Erik ten Hag seems to want to do it at the moment. He seems to keep playing the same strongest starting 11 no matter who we play. So it's not like we play Nottingham Forest this week. Just say we beat you 3-0 in a perfect world. And then the next game we go to play, you think, okay, he's going to rest Eriksen, he's going to rest Casemiro, he's going to rest Varane. The next game comes around, he plays the strongest 11 again. It's like all or nothing with the man. And I don't know what to make of it. But look, listen, he has his philosophy of how he wants to win, and winning at 100% every game is what he wants to do.
People, if you can do myself a favor for me, please do hit the like button. If you can, subscribe to my channel. And people, comment below, people, what is your score predictions for tomorrow's game? I will be asking Pat about his score prediction for tomorrow's game as well. You got, like I said, my new manager. As a fan, how you feeling about him so far?
I'm trying not to get too giddy. I'm more excited about the manager at the moment than I am about this season, because he just seems to be doing all the small things right as well as the big things, and you're kind of sitting back on, don't compare him to ex-managers, don't compare him to this, don't compare him to that. But he came in, he changed the attitude. He's all seen with your own eyes how he handled the whole Cristiano Ronaldo saga. Like, we don't know what goes on behind closed doors at Manchester United, but there was obviously it was a free reign for the players to do whatever they wanted. You seen what happened to Marcus Rashford? He slept it out. He was late for training. He got dropped.
I've slept late. I forgot my Blackpool away, so I know how Marcus Rashford feels. So I know how it feels.
And it was not to do about I'm in charge. It was all about discipline. And he came on, he scored the goal in that game, and you see Erik ten Hag, instead of being, I was right, having a smug look about him, he's running up and down the sideline with Marcus Rashford on the day, celebrating with him. So it's just what Erik ten Hag seems to be doing is he keeps everybody in check. And I think, well, I hope it starts to go well for him now, because you can see at the moment the club seems to be in a bit of a bad transition at the moment, and it doesn't seem like we're going to get any funds to buy any players. But we've enough players to see us out this season, and hopefully it gets better for us in the summer.
People have said, big Forest fans, how are you feeling about tomorrow's game? Like, it is a big game for us. It's a big semi-final for us. Like I said, everyone's, as Forest fans saying, like myself, it was a free hit. But personally, I don't think it's a free hit. I think Steve Cooper, he wants to go to Wembley again. I want to go to Wembley again. Forest fans, do you want to go to Wembley again? Who doesn't want to go to Wembley? If you don't, you know, where you live. I don't know what you're thinking, but I want to go Wembley, Forest fans. We need to beat Man U. We want to get revenge from battering us 8-1 the last season. No, not last season. 97-98 season, and then beat us
Yeah.
3-0 at Old Trafford. But we always talk about the Forest. Like I said, what players are you worried about tomorrow, Pat?
Well, Brennan Johnson is in some fine form at the moment. He himself, Morgan Gibbs-White, Yates is playing very well, and what is the name of the chap who plays right back for you?
Sergio
Aurier. He's linking up very well with them lads. Now, as you've seen at Manchester United, we got. You saw the Arsenal game. Players were standing off the likes of Saka and giving chance to shoot. Even I don't know what Sam Sturridge has to do to get into that starting 11.
I know.
I would not take my eye off that lad for 1 minute. Not even to mention the first 4 players I started with. But Sam Sturridge, I wouldn't take my eye off for 1 minute. I don't know what he has to do to get into that starting 11. You would probably tell me better because he's watching week in, week out. But he just looks like
it's right. It's the thing we've got in Big Sam, right? Like I said, everyone's been criticising him, but he got his goal against Bournemouth. Everyone's saying, "Oh, it's from a yard out." But what do strikers meant to do? The strikers meant to just sit there and just let him go past his legs. That's what strikers do. Score a goal on that, and it's given him a massive confidence, big confidence. Yeah. We know he had 3 chances against Blackpool. You know, he missed a header against who was that? I think Leicester. We were beaten 2-0.
Yeah, but in the Leicester game, he already he set up the play for Morgan Gibbs to put up.
Yeah, he made 2 goals. He made so before his fans saying that he's not good enough, blah blah. Like everyone can have their opinion. It's fine. Everyone can have their opinion about him. So, but me personally, I think he's the type of player that he'll score. Maybe he can score like 5 goals. 5 goals this season. We hope if he gets his chance for us. But for us, what do you think? Do you rate him? Yes or no? Get in the comments as well. But let me say 2 things for you. Top 4. Can Man U do it?
That is the main goal for Manchester United this year. Can we do it? If certain individuals stay fit, yes, we can. But at the moment, if we were to lose the likes of Erik and Casemiro out of that midfield, that's the difference between Manchester United achieving top 4 this year.
So Pat says top 4. People for comments. What do you think? Do you think Forest Man U get top 4? Pat, do you think Forest get relegated? Yes or no?
No way. Not with the form you're in at the moment. Your last 3 home games: 1-1 with Chelsea, 1-1 with Wolves. I know it was 4-3 in aggregate, but it was still a 1-1 at home. Right? Wolves are like yourselves. They're coming into form. You don't deserve to be down that end of the end of the league. He's bet Leicester 2-0. Now I know a bit of pressure is being heaped on Rodgers at the moment, but before that victory, Leicester were hitting a bit of form. Now I know Ashley Barnes. I don't know what he was doing on the day when he's playing against you guys, but Jesus, he was terrible. He missed 1 or 2 openers, but look, he's what it feels to me now is that that time to gel is starting to come together for you. He's got a couple of new players in. He's had a lot of gelling to do as a club, fairly rapid, and he's finding your feet. Certain individuals are playing very well. I think, just as I said already, I think Johnson and Gibbs are your shining lights at the moment. They're 2 fantastic footballers, and they're going to be a handful for us. So Manchester United are going to have to keep their eye on them guys now tomorrow evening.
I'm just saying, people, like I said, Pat's giving Brennan Johnson and Morgan Gibbs-White some credit. So people, do you agree what Pat's saying? That Brennan Johnson, Morgan Gibbs-White, they are our star boys at the moment. After Brennan was giving a lot of criticism as well. So yeah, I think they're ready. I was going for the comments as well. Raz Dads, shout out to Raz Dads. He thinks Forest and Saints final. Ooh. If only, if only. Joe Laws says United top 4, 100%.
That's your brother.
Is that your brother? Shout out to Gerald. Yeah. Shout out to Gerald, man. Thank you for watching. Eve says, I think we'll win 3-1 tomorrow. Scarpa, Johnson, and Story to score. I'll take that. People in the comments, right? Let's get. I know I just gave either score, but people in the comments, what do you think the score will be tomorrow? I'll get Pat's prediction. Pat, what is your score prediction for tomorrow's game? People get involved, man. Get in the comments. There's 34 people in. Every single one of you. What is your score prediction? Tell me now. 34 of you.
I would go for a midweek game. There's always goals in a midweek game. I'm gonna go for Manchester United to win 2-1.
Oh dear, he says Man U win 2-1. People, do you agree with Pat? You say Man U win 2-1? It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be absolutely. It's gonna be a tough game. I think it's gonna be.
I have a feeling Forest are gonna score first. To be honest with you, I really do. I think they're gonna score first. That's my gut feeling.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great if we do. If we score first, then the atmosphere is going to be absolutely bonkers. And it's the first time for us. I've been in semi-final for years, people. But I'm excited. As well, Rasta says 1-0 to Forest. I'll take that. The hashtag Josh says, "Good evening, Door. Hope you're good, mate. 2-1 to Forest." As well. Any comments with it tomorrow? Quan says take a draw. Bloody hell! I don't know. As you know, Pat, I didn't give my score prediction to the hour before the game, so I'm not gonna curse it, people. I'm not gonna curse it, but people get comments in, and before we do leave, right, Pat, are you going to the game tomorrow? Or are you watching on TV?
I'll be watching on TV, lads, because I'm over across the pond now in
he's over across the pond
in Ireland. So if Manchester United do happen to get to the final, I'll be booking the flights over now. There'll be a gang of us going down for the final if we make it. We may not have tickets, but we'll go down anyway.
I hope you don't book it. We take it. We take it. Well, this is from Paddy. With VAR always against Forest, I say a loss. Yes, VAR always against us. But they have been offside. But who wants VAR? Eh? Right. Before we do leave, Pat, like I said, let's just fit 5 people in. Just do a little shout out to your channel.
Yeah, so obviously, guys, you can see me now as Pat Lawless, and I'm from the Man United agenda. So give us a shout out, give us a like and a subscribe, and whatever you can do for supporting us. Just like what Dora said, we try to be advocates of getting everybody on to for the game previews for every match. So we're sharing the wealth of YouTube amongst each other, which is always good.
Like I said, people, his link is in the title. So if you can, after the show, make sure you do click it and subscribe. All it is, it's good to hear about other people's opinion and maybe get Pat's thoughts about tomorrow's game when they lose the game tomorrow, people. So people in the comments, please show some love to Pat's channel. Before we do go, another one from Frankie. Hart says 2-1 to Forest. Head says 2-0 to Man United win 2-0. Rebel says Manchester United ahead, lads. Newcastle are winning, are they?
Yeah, Newcastle are ahead.
Great. Something to play for Old Trafford, Mr. Door. Yes, I can't wait to go to Old Trafford. It's going to be my third time. I'm going to Old Trafford. Bloody hell, that's crazy. Right, Pat, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for coming on the channel as well. Like, make sure everyone's subscribed to Manchester United Agenda 1365. Tomorrow I'll be there. Tomorrow, people, like I said, I'll be there about 5:30 tomorrow. As well, people, make sure you watch out the after game videos as well. Me, Des, the usual lot. We'll talk about the game as well. So if you do want to see him, please do me a massive favor for me. Please do hit the subscribe button. It helps me a lot as well. So all you do is subscribe. Massive favor. Right. It's been a piece. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. And like I said, people, I will be doing the preview show on Thursday. That'll be 9 o'clock. See what happens. I hope we win. I want to win, like all Forest fans do, because I want Pat to be upset. If we lose, I'll be on his channel. Right, Pat, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for coming on. People, again, thank you for coming on, and I'll see you on Thursday. Peace and love. Up the Reds.